what you guys doing, baby? I'm back with another reaction video. It's about a title. I'm reacting to Louisiana rap lyrics that really happened, and right to it.
Baton Rouge is home to some of the highest murder rates in America. A lot of it is linked to and expressed through violent rap music. Today we're going to go over some of Louisiana's rap music lyrics that really happened. First, we'll start with lyrics from Jay the Youngin's song 38K. This entire song was a diss to NBA Youngboy, but we'll focus on this specific line where he says, "You put that comment on my post. They laughed about that, but I was laughing when your baby mama gagged all on my." Jay the Youngin is from Bogalusa, Louisiana, about a 2-hour drive from Baton Rouge. His rap is from Bogalusa, Louisiana, about a Jay the Youngin is from Bogalusa, Louisiana, about a 2-hour drive from Baton Rouge. His rap career started to pick up in 2018 after he released his album titled 23 and a few singles like Interstate and Elevate. Because of his close friendship with Youngin Ace, he was pretty much a part of ATK by affiliation and had many ops like Fulio, for example. But in these lyrics, Jay is talking about Youngboy's baby mama Jania. As we should know by now, Jania is one of Youngboy's favorite baby mamas, and anyone that is seen with her automatically becomes his enemy. This is exactly what happened with Jay. Back in 2019, Jay and Jania were spotted getting on an airplane together, and even though Youngboy didn't respond to this video, it was clear he had a problem with it.
How you gonna have a problem with him? Have a problem with her? She knew that she owes you loyalty. He don't owe you loyalty. She owes you. Like, she got your kid. Like,
this is exactly what happened with Jay. Back in 2019, Jay and Jania were spotted getting on an airplane together, and even though Youngboy didn't respond to this video, it was clear he had a problem with it. After a few days passed, Jay posted a video on his Instagram teasing a collab with him and Youngboy, and Youngboy commented on it saying, "Delete this. I don't even know how you got my song. I don't mess around like that." Pretty much humiliating Jay in front of all of his fans. Jay recently passed on July 27th, 2022 from gunshot wounds after being shot alongside his father while the two were chilling outside the house. And Jay has done his fair share of dissing ops, so when he passed, the floodgates opened. Some of Jay's biggest ops saw this as a perfect opportunity to express their feelings about him. Heard it's a new pack in the air, I just let God take the wheel. 23 be on.
It's sad in a way, but then you gotta realize, if, like, I love Jay Young, I love his music, I love him as an artist, but then you gotta think about, like, let's say if Fulio passed away but Jay Young was still here, Jay Young probably would have, you know what I'm saying, did the same thing. So it's like, you can't really attack. It's sad in both ways, bro, but it's like, you can't attack that person.
But I'm dunking like Shaquille. Fulio, unreleased snippet. Now, I know Fulio is from Florida, but I had to include him while I was talking about Jay the Youngin because they constantly bumped heads. He dissed Fulio many times, one being on K-Soul's song when he said 6. He been a "We banging 2-3. Fulio used to go by Lil 6. So Jay was clearly.
Shout out to y'all for putting me onto that song, because when I tell you I love that song,
in this line, Fulio reposted this on his story the same day Jay got shot, mocking him, captioning it, "Dude used to diss me just to be cool with the ops. Even got them boys' name tatted on him." Now look, honestly, I don't even know why Jay dissed Fulio in the first place. He had nothing to do with the things that went on in Jacksonville. But he is like a brother to Ace, so
that's true too. Like, that's his loyalty.
The twilight of the moron tyrant is upon us.
I'm just internalizing.
Oh my god. Like, even though that's not his beef, at the end of the day, he's still loyal to Young Ace, bro. Like, that's family to him. Damn, bro. That's the first shoes.
I stopped you from doing anything too risky. Just trying to keep you nice and slow. What are you doing? Cooking dinner for my in-laws. Found this recipe on Pinterest.
Oh.
Okay. So I can see why he would defend him. But in these next lyrics, this Louisiana artist described how he caught his op lacking, left him slumped under the car. He had his pistol, Lit Yoshi, blasting. Lit Yoshi is a Baton Rouge rapper.
I'm like, y'all always used to ask me to react to him. I always used to get blocked. That's why y'all never seen like an actual reaction by him.
Singles and albums such as Bust Down, Runts, Face Some, and many more. He is very close to Fredo Bang and is signed to his TBG or Top Boy Gorillas label, so Youngboy, along with his group NBA, are automatically his enemies. Back when G Money was killed, he was one of the most popular artists in TBG at the time. So with Fredo Bang and Boulevard Quick both behind bars, it was up to Yoshi to keep the beef alive, and he did exactly that. In this line, he was referring to NBA NBA Dump, Youngboy's manager that was killed in a shooting back in May of 2018. Dump was outside of his home, just having casual conversation with some family and friends when a vehicle drove by and let off some shots. Him, along with his girlfriend, were both hit, but he didn't survive. And according to Yoshi, Dump had a weapon on him at the time, but since he was hit so sudden, nobody in that situation would have been prepared for it. But that wasn't it. He made an entire song dedicated to dissing NBA Dump titled Runts. In the beginning of the video, you can see a toy dump truck rolling by, referencing Dump. And the disses in this song were so straightforward, he had to delete the original track and release a censored version that blanked out all the incriminating lyrics. Man, Yoshi was wild. But this isn't his only time rapping about some real life situations though. The next song is probably the reason why he's locked up now. Same day he dropped that video, I pulled up where he at, in Miami. Lit Yoshi, straight facts. In this line, he is actually dissing NBA Youngboy. Back in May 2019, Youngboy was leaving the Trump International Beach Resort with his girlfriend and some associates when a black Cadillac Escalade pulled up and started to let off shots. Youngboy wasn't hit, but his girlfriend was grazed and one innocent bystander was killed. Yoshi was arrested in Miami along with Fredo Bang on July 22nd, 2021 on outstanding warrants from Louisiana. And while Fredo was released months later, Yoshi remained locked up for 7 counts of attempted first-degree murder, including the Youngboy Miami shooting. After being held for nearly a year, the TBG artist pled guilty to aggravated assault with a firearm for the 2019 Miami shooting and attempted first-degree murder and assault for another drive-by shooting that took place
but that ain't nothing to do with Fredo, right?
2020. He was sentenced to 15 years prison and hard labor, followed by 3 years of active supervised parole. But surprisingly, those aren't even the wildest Louisiana lyrics. This next artist describes how his closest friend had an affair with his sister. Remember smoking weed with your little brother? Matter of fact, I used to call you my big brother. Then you did some foul and had sex with my sister. Then threw it in my face in front of the people on Insta. NBA Youngboy, pour one. In this song, Youngboy really lets us know how he felt about his former friend, G Money. Back in Youngboy's early ages, he and G Money were very close. Youngboy looked up to him as a brother. But after G allegedly slept with his sister, Youngboy felt some type of way.
Not really. He met by the sister too though.
About his sister?
Yeah, a long time ago.
He ain't say like that.
After the two fell out, they traded diss track after diss track. It got so serious that it eventually led to gun violence. On September 10th, 2017, G Money was killed after leaving the studio. Nearly 3.5 years later, DeAndre Fields, one of Youngboy's associates, was indicted for the murder of G Money. But in these next lines, this rapper
That's what I mean. Like, how these people be knowing?
Nearly 3.5 years later, DeAndre Fields, one of Youngboy's associates, was indicted for the murder of G Money. But in these next lines, this rapper dissed his op, who's in a wheelchair. Lil One went to jail. They was hiding like some turtles. Put him in a wheelchair. You would think he banged Crip. Fredo Bang. Lately, the Lil One Fredo is referring to is NBA Youngboy. They have been bumping heads for years due to the G Money situation, and he's been trying to get a Youngboy since. Well, in September of 2020, a month before this song was released, Youngboy was arrested in Louisiana for drug and gun charges, but was later released on house arrest. But here's the catch. He had to serve his house arrest term in his other home in Utah, far away from Baton Rouge. So Fredo could have looked at this like Youngboy was dodging the smoke. And for the wheelchair line, that's about NBA KD. Back in April 2019, reports of a shooting were released, and guess who it was? NBA KD. KD was involved in a shootout that left him paralyzed from the waist down. And Lil Yoshi even described how it went down in one of his songs titled Toe Tag. He said, fell down face first, then his back got to jumping. Youngboy also recently spoke on how he found out about KD getting shot in his song, I Don't Know. He said,
this is why certain states is talking about lyrics and songs. Because
face first, then his back got to jumping. Youngboy also recently spoke on how he found out about KD getting shot in his song, I Don't Know. He said, phone ring, it's K. Pick up my phone, KD just got gunned down. But if you thought those were wild, the next one raps about how his op got shot in the face. He was talking They hit his face. Now he can barely grin. Fredo Bang, barefoot. Fredo is referring to BBGD, another NBA associate who was shot. But the thing about this one is D was left with a permanent scar. On November 16th, 2020, gunfire was reported, and when the police arrived at the scene, it appeared that someone had been shot in the face. D was rushed to the hospital and eventually recovered, but his smile would never be the same. He even went live playing Fredo's diss towards him as a joke. So as you can tell, things get really serious in the Louisiana rap scene. And even though all of this can be entertaining to watch from the sidelines, let's just hope this violence comes to an end and we can continue to get great music from these talented young men. Make sure you leave a sub before you go too.
Man, it's not fun that shit young passed away, man. Ew, my mom go, oh, what the fuck?
I took a really cute photo and I got like a kitchen counter.
Seeing this, I just remember
with
like
a magic eraser, make a little circle.
Did he pass away, bro? That's messed up. Damn. But if you guys like this reaction, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. When you subscribe, turn on post notifications on. So you never any video, and I'll see you on my next video.